I recently wrote a thought for the week, a little blog about this idea of becoming. Basically, because I recognize that as a child and young adult, there was always the sense of striving to do more, to learn more, be better. Always a sense that I could do better. And essentially, those are the only comments I remember from my school years. Could do better. I know I got fairly good grades and good reports, but the only one I remember is could do better. And that feeling of not being good enough, always striving to do more and to be more, is quite a burden. And I was also brought up with the idea of karma being punishment. If I do something wrong, say something wrong, think something wrong, I'm punished. So every time I hurt myself, I thought I was being punished. It's not a nice, happy way to live. And as I became conscious of this in Unity, I felt it as a hand in my back pushing me forward. It certainly took me out of my comfort zone and enabled me to be as I am now, a minister and leader in Unity in this country, in the UK. And I'm really grateful for that, because I get so much out of being with everybody in the way that I do through this path of service. I also recognize that as adults, we need to add value to life, to be of value, to improve things for the next generation. That is why we are here, to enable our children and our children's children to have better lives. But that doesn't work when we're operating out of a thought of lack, of not being good enough. And of course, all the time we think we're not good enough, life will mirror back, you're not good enough, even if that's not actually being said. And I experience this myself because of my reactions and responses when I hear certain things being said. So now, in my maturity, in my later years, there's a real yearning in me to be free of all of that, to express my spiritual self from that sense of freedom and potentiality being revealed and lived. I want to live as my truth, not through my human limitations. I want this yearning and desire to be free, to be my best self, to be what drives me now. Well, that means I have to look at myself lovingly, compassionately, but look at myself. The resistances that I feel when I don't want to acknowledge something and avoid it, when I want to blame or control or fix. Any of those responses do not bring more joy to my life or to anyone's life. But that's what I want, more joy and freedom. Freedom to be me and to support others to be themselves also. And I really think this desire is one within all of us. We all have this yearning. There is a real sense of we are more than we think we are, but most people don't know how to access that, to live that. And it's not about doing that in the world. It's about making that inner change within us, because then the outer world responds. The good news is Spirit works through us all the time, in every moment. We might experience the world telling us we're not good enough, but Spirit is whispering in us, we are good enough. We are loved and precious in God's sight. So what message do we want to listen to? What do we want to be our prompting? I invite all of us, and me included, to let the Christ within us set us free, so that we can be our beautiful, radiant, joyous, creative, loving, wise selves, to enable us and to bless those around us, so that the next generation also may know their beautiful, radiant selves. there is a real calling for this right now. It starts with us. Join me and become the beautiful, radiant being that you truthfully are. Thank you.